America was let out. We have one illegal immigrant deported 8 times before he murdered a co-worker of his. This is in the state of Washington. We learned just recently from the Washington Examiner that Obama had authorized $300 million taxpayer dollars to pay for free legal advice to illegal immigrants. The Census Bureau says 63% of non-citizens are on some type of welfare. And there was a study that came out that showed that on average an illegal immigrant is costing $70,000 a year per person in this country, and that includes the healthcare system, educational system, and the criminal justice system. That's an awful lot of money, and it seems like the wall in the end would be well worth the investment. We'd save money, and we wouldn't have to worry so much about criminal elements if we were able to vet people.
There's absolutely no doubt about that, and I really like what Elvira was saying about the comprehensive approach, because a lot of these, excuse me, I'm sure what Maria Elvira was saying. I love your name, by the way, and I know why she doesn't work for CNN or for the other channel anymore either, because you make sense. I used to work for CNN as well for a while, so you make a lot of sense. And
You're right.
The comprehensive approach is what it's all about. Not just building a wall, but what about changing policy? Look at, for instance, Sean, when we look at the State Department and the policies that are entrenched in the State Department when it comes to people coming over from the Middle East. You have places like Djibouti and places where people can't necessarily get to the country, so they go to other countries to integrate and try to come over here, and they don't have the ability to even run fingerprints in some of those places, or to run databases from the DoD to see if anybody has ever been involved in these types of a terrorist incident. We don't have the ability to do that because they won't share it, not because the technology doesn't exist. These are policy issues. And a lot of the times, those things aren't even checked until 10 years later after they get here. It's the same problem that you have with the southern border, is that for years, well, really up until now, no one has truly tried to fix the problem. And if you spend any time in Central South America, Sean, you spent time at the border, you pointed out all these things about the border. Well, what's interesting about Central South America is you go from the border down, and many of the countries are no different than where the border is. People are trying to move from one place to another. They're trying to, but they don't have the money to migrate. And that's another thing that's very odd about this, is how this group suddenly had money to move thousands and thousands of people, thousands of miles. That doesn't